A senator finally reveals report on FBI's Hillary investigation, and James Comey is panicking by conservativeforever.com. Earlier today, the Committee of Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs released an interim report of the FBI's investigation into Hillary Clinton's email scandal. This investigation was, for sure, one of the most scandalous discoveries during the election. This is huge. It reveals that there was a massive bias on behalf of the FBI to protect Hillary Clinton from criminal prosecution. In other words, the evidence shows that Comey lied under oath. He drafted a letter exonerating Hillary Clinton 2 months before they really began the investigation. According to our source, Subject Politics, the report also details how certain agents at the top of the FBI sought to undermine President Donald Trump and have him removed from office through Robert Mueller's investigation. On May 19, 2017, 2 days after Robert Mueller was appointed special counsel, Strzok and Page discussed the staffing of the special counsel investigation. Strzok wrote, "For me and this case, I personally have a sense of unfinished business. I unleashed it with MYE. Now I need to fix it and finish it." He appears to be referring to the upcoming inquiry when he later wrote, "An investigation leading to impeachment." These text messages raise questions about whether a personal animus may have been a consideration prompting Strzok to join special counsel Mueller's investigation. This is the conclusion that summarizes all the main findings from the 25-page report. The FBI did not use a grand jury to compel testimony and obtain the vast majority of evidence, choosing instead to offer immunity deals and allow fact witnesses to join key interviews. There were substantial edits to former FBI Director James Comey's public statement that served to downplay the severity of Secretary Clinton's actions, and that the first draft of the memo was distributed for editing 2 months before key witnesses were interviewed. Director Comey stated that he had not consulted with the Justice Department or White House when text messages among FBI agents involved in the investigation suggest otherwise. Two key investigators discuss an insurance policy, quote, against the risk, quote, of a Trump presidency and our task, quote. Messages discuss unfinished business, an investigation leading to impeachment, and my gut sense and concern, there's no big there. The message strongly underscore the need to obtain. Still missing text messages and other information regarding the FBI's action and investigation into the Clinton email scandal and Russia involvement in the November 2016 election. Senior FBI officials, likely including Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, knew about newly discovered emails on a laptop belonging to former U.S. Representative Anthony Weiner for almost a month before Director Comey notified Congress. I have questions about the FBI chief.
I would just refer people to our full report. And we try to do this in a very organized fashion, lay out this committee's work over the course of almost 3 years now. Dating back to the first announcement, I believe, by the New York Times that Secretary Clinton used a private email server exclusively. And just tracking a timeline of our concerns, we're the committee jurisdiction with oversight over the entire federal government, but in particular legislative jurisdiction and federal records. And that's exactly what the Clinton email scandal was all about, is the maintenance of classified information, the criminal penalties against grossly negligent mishandling of those things, knowledge of the grossly negligent mishandling of federal documents. So we just laid it all out. Obviously, when President Trump was elected, he made the statement that Secretary Clinton was held accountable and the matter was closed, but it wasn't closed because we had the Office of Special Counsel's Hatch Act violation investigation on Director Comey. We had the Office of Inspector General, DOJ. DOJ also conducted its own investigation, which resulted in the text between Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, and that has raised those texts, totally candid, unvarnished, have just raised an awful lot of questions. And again, they're cryptic, they're not complete, there's redactions in those things, but it just requires our committee that has jurisdiction over federal records to do the appropriate oversight, so we'll continue to do that.
Do you have confidence in the current leadership of the FBI and DOJ?
I have questions about some top-level managers in those departments. Carryovers probably from the previous administration. I have questions. I think they're legitimate questions, and so we're going to raise those questions. We're going to try and get more documentation. It will be interesting to see what that missing 5 months worth of texts, which in and of itself gives me concern about the FBI. For months, those texts were being requested. They couldn't recover them. Once Congress was notified of those texts through news media, but then once we were notified that there was a missing gap, it took the Office of Inspector General less than a week to recover possibly some. We don't know whether they recovered all those 5 months missing texts or not, but that in itself, why didn't the FBI, the premier investigating agency in the world, why didn't they recover those texts when they were under request from the Office of Inspector General and then from 2 committees in the Senate?
Absolutely. You see how he said, I questioned them. Absolutely. They should be questioned. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.